Hey guys.
Oceanville.
I was gonna work on videos earlier and I was so tired I ended up laying down and just conking out for a while. Wasn't very comfortable though. I fell asleep on the couch and was like trying to take a nap on a railroad track. Wasn't fun. I did manage to sleep a little bit though. Anyway, but feeling a little bit better. Crud's breaking up from my sinus infection, of course, coughing. Blech. Excuse me. I've been making sure I was drinking my apple cider vinegar drinks. I've been making it for Scott every day, at least once a day. I've been trying to get twice a day in.
Welcome to it. What do you do? Haul it off somewhere?
Ugh.
Anthony and me and some others already done that 50-some odd
But
years ago. We named it Walnut Grove.
there was a lot of things I was gonna do today, and just
Can't
decided not to.
best friend's name wind up in a scrap.
I might still work on my painting tonight. I don't know. I might wait until tomorrow morning. I'm definitely got to get up earlier. So, not doing real good about that. So I did find one thing out. I'm going to have to figure something out for when we go to get a vehicle. That it's gonna have to be something that will get us on and off the property when it's raining. Because if we've got gardens up there, I'm gonna have to make sure that, we're continuing to put, the fencing up and that the gardens are covered and, keep checking on the plants, make sure they get watered, just things like that, and make sure the critters stay out of them. We're going to have a lot of work to do up there, and we're going to have to be able to keep getting up there and back and forth so we can do it. But I found out today that it is, like, really, really bad up there. I guess there's a couple of really big trucks that are, like, stuck in the mud up there. So, gonna have to figure something out. So, any of you guys have an idea? Let me know. Aside of us buying a bulldozer.
Here's exactly what we need. Someone who can run it.
Not gonna have the money to buy like a monster truck or something like that. I don't really want something like that anyway. I don't like big vehicles. I just don't. Never have. But I know I'm gonna have to have something big enough with enough power to get to and from, so. There is a possibility within a couple weeks we might have that money. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath, but. This is my apple cider vinegar drink.
She proposed to the town council meeting.
Trying to think.
Where's the file? Nels Olson.
Why, no, you're a good mayor.
Oh, open your eyes. We all know that if Nels is elected.
Made tacos for dinner.
About something that hasn't even happened yet. Now maybe someone else is going to be elected.
Let me see.
Well, that's our only hope. And that's why I want you to run against Nels. You're hardworking, you're highly respected.
Because I'm a farmer, not a politician. I don't know the first thing about mayoring.
Well, you could learn.
No, thank you, but you can put the whole notion right out of your head as a council boy. The only place I run it is in my fields, behind my farm.
Yeah. What number what I was looking at?
That don't seem like a horse race with only one horse.
No,
Yeah, argue with that.
no, this way.
Why don't you run, John? Me.
I guess I'm gonna make this a little bit different video. I'm looking at some information that I have written down.
All right.
And I'm wanting to share that information.
Laura said she talked herself loose, but Armando won't even consider the shot.
I think that boy would make a fine mayor.
I agree.
I kind of want to.
He's not so inclined. Not much use.
I haven't really touched much on this stuff because I'm trying to keep away from these subjects because YouTube is so touchy about it. So, but I think it's getting down to the point where I feel like I need to cover it. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there that does cover it. I was gonna watch After the Doug and Stacy tonight, and I just too tired to really focus on it. So, I'm gonna cover in this video some things to stockpile. There's a lot of people that are trying to prep out there. Guaranteed when we get the money, I'm gonna be putting it into our homestead. So we have a lot of work to do up there, but as far as prep for us, it's gonna be more the items that are gonna be a lot harder to come by kind of thing. Like our cooking oils, just coconut oil. I've got to get the major things done first. Anyway, so this list right here, I think I got this list off from Pinterest. It's 100 things to stockpile for prep. So here we go. A lot of this stuff you can make. You can make and put it up. Number 1, dried beans or canned. Canned foods from the store, you won't starve, but you won't be healthy. So, dry beans, they're a good, from the store, they're a good stock item. You can grow them. If you're not in a situation where you can really grow much, then, if I had a choice of stockpiling between the canned beans or the dried beans, I would choose the dry beans every time. Just make sure that you're getting containers to put them in. Pasta sauce, pasta, but also get like plastic containers, or glass is better because plastic is full of chemicals, to put your pasta in because of the bags and mice, that kind of thing. Rice is a good stockpile item. Refined quinoa, and that's very healthy. You can also grow that, just so you know. 6 whole grain oats. And I'm going to be growing those for our animals too. I'm going to have to start getting seeds as well. 7 chicken broth. And that is best when it's made, especially if it's bone broth. 8 canned tomatoes, and those are best if they're canned from your own garden. Canned veggies, canned soups. Obviously, much better if they're from your own homegrown stuff. And homemade canned soups, which you can do. Just don't can the pasta with it. It'll get mushy and gross. Crackers, peanut butter. Peanut butter's a good one. Salsa, and you can easily make that and can it. Canned tuna, salmon, mackerel. Those aren't really healthy. Again, you won't starve. Coconut milk. And you also can can that as well. Fermented foods. Absolute healthiest thing around. Fermented foods, because it's live food. Sauerkraut, kimchi, etc. Ketchup. I would highly recommend the recipe that Oscar to Doug and Stacy has. It's a complete healthy ferment recipe, and it's really, really good. I've tried it. Dried or freeze-dried fruit, very healthy. Himalayan pink sea salt. Okay, the best one is the Redmond's real salt, and I need to stock up on that. Gonna have to start doing that. Cooking oil, the only two I would recommend are coconut and avocado oils. Olive oil, that's not a good cooking oil because there's carcinogens in it. Coffee beans and coffee. You can grow your own coffee trees. They will grow in a greenhouse. And I do plan on getting some. Tea bags. I also have some empty tea bags to start making my own tea, like tea bags. So, flour. I would highly recommend like your whole grain non-GMO if you can find it. It's going to be expensive. Or, grow it. Get a grain mill and do it yourself. I mean, I know it's going to be expensive, but that's what we're planning on doing. Bottled water, water filter. I'm going to get us a good water filtering system because of our creek on the property. Microgreen and sprouting seeds. Sprout seeds. Yes, definitely. Microgreens and sprouts. You could live on those. If you had nothing else, you could live on those. Granola bars. Not exactly healthy. There's a lot of sugar in those. Trail mix. Depends on what you get. You can make your own. But M&Ms are not healthy. Obviously. Electrolyte drinks. Coconut water or water with a small amount of salt. Redmond's real salt. AKA Doug and Stacy. Baking soda for cleaning and baking. Now, I highly recommend... Okay, you can buy the big boxes of baking soda. It works. For cooking, the Bob's Red Mill baking soda is the absolute best. I also like their baking powder. Vinegar, white vinegar, your apple cider vinegar, and remember you can make your own apple cider vinegar. Raw honey. I'm praying we have time to get our beehives. I'm going to get at least 4 with we get the investment money. So, toilet paper, paper towels, we've got to start stocking up on those. We have to. So I'm going to have to start getting like the $10 packs from Dollar General that have 32 rolls in them. One out of each check. And just start stocking up on it. Boil potatoes, sweet potatoes. Obviously, you can grow those. They're easy to store.
I don't see that we got much of a choice.
Onions, celery. Onions are easy to store. And there's tons of pins on that, tons of videos on it. Celery, carrots. Carrots are easy to store. Milk.
I got work to do. Excuse me.
We've got to get our barn built, our fence put up as soon as possible, because I want to we've got to get a dairy cow, period. And from that, we'll have the milk, the cheese, the butter, and then we'll have our fruit trees. I know they're not going to produce right away. We have 2 right now. And I'm probably just going to continue buying apples. There are a couple places around here that we can go and, pick our own fruit. So, I'm definitely going to look into that. Apples, oranges, garlic. Grow a ton of it. Grow garlic. I can't stress it enough. Garlic is so healthy, will keep you healthy. The raw honey with the garlic is a major winter staple that everybody needs. Ginger. I will be growing my own ginger. I'll probably put it in the greenhouse. But yeah. Turmeric is another one. I'm going to have to get on Amazon and look for that. Spices.
Very good.
I mean, you can,
Folks don't do that.
I also found a thing on, found a YouTube video on how you can grow your own clove tree. I'm going to look for a live one and buy it. Probably a couple of them. Along with a bay leaf tree. Yeast, you can make your own yeast from potatoes. Soup bases and stock, you can make those and they're much healthier. Powdered milk, if you have a dairy cow, you can take and dehydrate that and make your own powdered milk, but if you have a dairy cow, And they have drink mixes. A lot of those have aspartame in them, so again, you won't starve, but yeah. Nuts. Create a seed bank. I highly, 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 highly recommend that. I haven't done anything else with my seed videos. I will this week. Fishing tools. We need to stock back up on that. Canning supplies. And those too. I'm going to have to start buying jars. Cast iron pans. Cooking utensils.
George. Looks like he's been dead a long time.
A manual flour grinder, I mentioned that, and herbs. Herb seeds to grow your own. Highly recommend it. They're much healthier. All right, medical and hygiene. Rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, feminine products, ibuprofen, band-aids, bandages, sterile wipes, Epsom salts, thermometer, chapstick, biodegradable soap, biodegradable dish soap. Again, you can make all this stuff. I've got to get my soap making videos up. I've got to get my stuff back. Biodegradable shampoo. You can also make shampoo bars, conditioner bars, Castile soap, empty spray bottles, vitamins D, A, and C. But if you're growing your own food, you're going to get all that anyway. Elderberry syrup. I'm planting a bunch of elderberry bushes. Zinc, colloidal silver, oscillocosium, I'm not sure what that is. Probiotics, essential oils, lavender, peppermint, lemon, oregano, tea tree, frankincense, eucalyptus, On Guard blend, breathe blend, purify blend. Alright, survival, sleeping bags and blankets, charcoal, flashlights, candles, lanterns, solar lanterns. 4 matches and lighters. I've started stocking up on lighters.
Oh gosh.
Maybe outside mostly. Even so, I just come from up.
Okay.
It's a shambles. Go in there and spruce it.
Alright, non-toxic sunscreen. You can make that stuff. Bug spray. You can make that too. Plastic tarp, rope, clothesline, etc. Manual can openers, especially if you have a lot of canned goods, and I'm gonna have to start buying those. Shovels, duct tape, threads, needles, sewing supplies. We have a lot to get, and I know we do because, yeah.
Gesture like this.
But God will provide. I have total faith. Thinking about all this, it's easy to get discouraged and afraid, and fearful. But God will provide. Defense. Guns, ammo, pepper spray. You can do homemade. Knives, clubs, bow and arrows, slingshots, plywood window coverings. Building stuff. Axes, hatchets, wedges, bow saws, other saws, hammers, nails, screws. Heavy-duty screwdrivers, pickaxes, ladders. Clothing. Work boots. All-season rubber boots, denim jeans, and work pants. Work coats, layers, clothing layers, hats, beanies, caps. Work shirts, backpacks, sewing supplies, fabric, patterns for clothing. Rain and snow gear, work gloves, socks, undergarments, thermals. Cleanliness and self-care hygiene, composting toilets. I'm gonna probably go the Doug and Stacy way. Baby wipes, extra towels, bleach. I don't know so much about that because you can make your own homemade cleaners that clean just as well. That's not as toxic. Washboard and tubs. We're going to be off grid with laundry. Lots of extra clothes, laundry detergent, homemade, and I'm going to have to stock up on the stuff that we need for that. I'm going to start sending for the Fells Naphtha bars and the Arm & Hammer super washing soda, body soaps, and ingredients and supplies to make those. Nail clippers, hair scissors. I've got to get a hair cutting set, scissor set, razors. Barter items, which can mostly would be like cigarettes, whiskey can be used for medicine. I've got to start stocking up on the alcohols. Wine, gum, candy. Yeah, that's going to be a barter item. Feminine hygiene supplies, we have those. I ain't going to give them away. Unless we have a ton of them. I mean, if somebody needed some and we had some, I would give them to them. But miscellaneous garbage bags, clothespins, fire extinguishers. Now, the garbage bags, in a situation like that, you're not going to want to have to deal with trash unless it's all burnable stuff. And you're not going to want it to be stuff that's going to be toxic, that's going to put toxins in the air. Fire extinguishers, definitely batteries. I would go for like the solar lights and that kind of thing that you don't need batteries for. Paper pens, notebooks, garbage cans, grow pots, good bicycles, hand pumps, packing tape, masking tape, bandanas, paracord, zip ties, survival books, and I'm starting to get my books again. Okay, so that's that, and that's on like, again, that was 100 things to stock. Well, it's more than 100 things. Let me see. Well, I might have came up to a little bit more than that, but things to stockpile for prep. So, just something to keep in mind, you guys. Just the way things are going. I felt like I needed to put this video out there, so just keep things in mind and, just start grabbing some stuff when you have, even groceries, throw extra items in with it, so. Excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and get off from here. And I'll probably just upload this video. I am going to do some more that I'm going to have, probably put the intros on, but I will go ahead and get off from here, and I'll go ahead and upload this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.